wanted to know what to do about that.
Well, the new system works nice.
That's what I said.
Better than the old system does.
Chris gets a little more.
But now tonight I don't have.
Okay.
Yeah, he said the same thing.
You're messing around with the
Yes,
cameras.
it's good.
He's like, we gotta be
Leo
more
got
fixed.
scammed.
Yeah. That's what we did.
Yes. And thumb alarm is undoing it.
So bring it in tables. Wow.
Oh, okay.
So they didn't think scams going around.
I know, he answered the phone and the rest is history. We got cameras that only work on solar.
Yeah.
And I said, that's just great.
I thought you got your alarm system all, you know, what was leaving, what not.
Yeah, the alarm system's
That was
fixed
wonderful.
now.
It was amazing.
I came to review the bills the other
And
night.
the internet was working, but it's not working tonight.
The ladies tested my,
Don't do that.
endurance and
Yeah,
my.
he's got them with the
Really
cameras.
good that you
I was not, I did not behave.
Leo called from
Just to
alarm
tell
to
you, I
begin
was,
with, we
for lack of
were.
a better word. I was a
These
little
companies promise you
I was
everything,
terrible.
deliver
I
nothing.
was-
They did
Oh,
not
they
say that.
delivered
said that
stuff.
They were
nothing
very
you were
nice.
there to make
Oh, I
nothing
was,
happen.
but-
Otherwise,
Charged
nothing
us.
happened.
I told them
$10,000.
I can do
Oh, yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
For something that wasn't
As
worth
long as I know
$10,000.
Yeah.
So thumb alarms took all the equipment off, and I'm gonna send it all back to the guy.
I usually, the volume goes up,
When
the
he-
language
when he
transitions
can
and
stick it
something
with
a
his
little
sentence
less.
in
And, I mean,
And then we had to cancel our credit cards because we
everyone
put
had,
it on our
everyone
credit
had.
card.
Okay.
And that's
It
what
was still
started,
working, and there was
you
a
know.
gadget, and there was this one.
Yeah.
guy
So they
who was
shut us
very
down,
kind,
they
and it was
shut the alarm
you
system
offer
down,
free
the fire
meetings.
alarm, everything. And I go,
They had no
they
business,
do
they
that.
had nothing but.
What if our house caught fire?
So we walked back.
You know, I mean, it's just,
And I'm there,
you know.
everybody asking to play on the woman.
They don't care. Yeah.
No,
Marco.
they're
Marco.
scammers, they're scam people.
I said, what do you mean?
No, yeah.
She said, you can't use
Hey, what was his name?
And she just put this roadblock. I said,
Right.
yeah, and you know, Josie like grabbed my arm. She's like, well, you want to jail? No, what?
So what we gotta get out of
I
here?
was like, I was so angry. And
Thank you.
I had to make 4 or 5 phone calls and get people to do what I wanted them to do. And finally, people kind of lined up. And so, just, it was, oh my God, I was up all night. I think I was going on like, by the time I got back from the train station, traffic was going on. I think I was on like 4 hours sleep. I hadn't eaten like probably in 48 hours. I just wanted to leave. And then,
What happened, Scott?
the last 2 days of worship, Jenny got pickpocketed. She got robbed.
Oh,
And they got everything. We got her passport. and everything.
oh,
And we had to
Oh
go through
my
the process of getting a passport. And it was just like one of these things where it's
Everything
like everything
went
had to
Got all
leave.
the money,
They
everything.
had to go over 2 hours away to the embassy and.
3 hour train ride, and it was like, you're gonna go to Milan, but we're not sure we can work.
yeah.
It was like, okay. And
You gotta try,
we
yeah.
have to, so it was like, we had to be there by 12:30, the train took off. We had like an hour to spare, so if there was any delays, it was just like, you're like sitting going, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Every train stop was like, please, let's transition smoothly.
Yes.
And, so it worked out in the end, but I couldn't actually get on the plane home. The funniest, I'm past your time, but the funniest part was that we were on the plane headed home from Frankfurt to the US, and I'm sitting there, and finally it just hit me, I was like out. And finally I was like, we were probably 20 minutes into the flight, and I just woke up like this, and you know, and my face is all like, oh my God, I'm drooling. I'm so tired, I'm drooling. And she's like,
I had somebody else drool on me the last time I went across the sea.
Yeah, so, but it was funny because I was so tired of this. But it was.
Josie get home today?
I have to pick them up at the airport tonight.
Oh,
So they get in at 8:11. So
It's on time?
no, they were delayed like 20 minutes.
Oh.
No big deal. That's
Well,
typical.
at least they got their flight.
Yeah, they did take off. As far as I know, they haven't texted me otherwise, so I assume. So.
Oh, so you left earlier?
No, I didn't go.
it's a different trip.
They went to. They got back, and then Catherine convinced her to go to Florida with her, so they're down there for a short stay, and now they're trying to come back. So they avoided the big airports. They flew out of Flint into an airport called Sanford.
Yeah, Sanford.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, so smaller
Straight
airports.
flight.
It is.
Should be good. It's 7 o'clock, boss.
Alright.
I pledge allegiance
to the
flag
of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everyone's present? Yep.
approval of the agenda.
Also move to approve the agenda printed November 10th, 2025, as presented.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carried. Approval of consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the special meeting minutes dated October 2nd, 2025, and the regular township board meeting minutes dated October 14th, 2025. To accept the treasurer's report as presented, accept the assessor's report for November 2025, to approve October 2025 bills and the transfer of funds, and the bill listing for general funds check number 30996 through 31044, building check 2645 and 2646, the electronic fund transfers, the payrolls for township police and fire departments for October 2025, with a total of $234,216.28.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carried. County commission. Not here. Public time.
So if you're in Pacheco, still Village of Metamora. So I'll start with this. In rewatching, and I noticed this during the meeting that happened as well in the last meeting, Chief Brady here said part-time girls who work next door. So are you guys hiring people under the age of 18? Because please join us in this century and call grown women women, or ladies, or something like that. Because girls diminishes the work they do, and it diminishes their importance, and it puts them on less of a level than the men. So please don't do that. Join us in this century. Now, also at the end of the last meeting, and the camera caught this as well, Dave Best here said he was sick of her, referring to me. I'm sick of you two. And what I really am sick of is living in a place where we have a father and a daughter on board. And in my last meeting packet, which I request and go through all the channels to get so that I'm prepared when I come to a meeting, what was missing from that packet, now first of all, you guys voted on 4 things that were not on the agenda last month. What was missing from that packet were all of the heater quotes that you had for days or in some cases weeks. And they were not in my packet. And lo and behold, you chose the Curry quote. Now, as a local company, as Chief Davis said, yeah, they're very local, right? Tracy's next door neighbors. Your son-in-law, her brother-in-law, and sister. Their company. So, yes, very local, and just, you just gotta realize how that looks. When those quotes were not included, but then it's a family, but we don't admit that it's family, and next door neighbor and all those things. And these things affect decision making. They really do. I am biased towards my family, and I'm biased against some of the folks that I've seen they do things over the years, right? There is this line that there is a reason why MML has guidelines about this. There's a reason why people object to family being, again, not acknowledged when you're taking a bit from their company. And I get it that you don't get it, what I'm saying. I get it. But those of us, again, with conflict of interest training understand. But again, 4 items on the agenda that were not included, or 4 items you voted for that were not included on the agenda. Just make the board packets earlier. Make sure if someone asks, it's complete, because it's happened several times now that it hasn't been. And, maybe that was the right heater and the right company, maybe it wasn't. when I was researching heaters for that kind of space and that kind of use, it looked like maybe a bigger one would have been better, as Ann mentioned. So, you know, I'm sick of it too. I'm sick of, you know, potential family bias coming out in all kinds of ways here. Thank you.
Fire department business.
Good evening. Activity report for October of 2025, we had 19 calls for the month. We had 5 fires, 9 medicals, 5 PIs. We also had 3 meetings, 6 trainings, and 3 work details. First thing on the agenda is I would like to send 2 people to the EMT class. That starts in January. That EMT class is through Lapeer County EMS, and it's $500 per person. But when they finish the class, they get that $500 back. So essentially, it's going to be hopefully free for me. So if I could, I would like to get permission to put 2 people through the EMT class.
I'll make a motion to approve the $500 per person for the EMT class, starting in January 2026.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carried.
Number 2, the Candy Cane fundraiser that we do every year is going to be December 5th from 2 to 5, and then December 6th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. We do that downtown at the Four Corners and raise money for needy families to buy food for and clothing for kids that need clothing and coats for kids and things like that. So that will be in their dates. I would like permission to send 3 people to the Great Lakes hot classes, which we've been sending people to them for about the last 4 years. They're a 2, 3, 4-day class, and they're held down in Oakland County. They get a lot of hands-on experience, like doing live birds and a trailer and different things like that. And they offer about 5 different classes. So right now I have 3 people that want to go to them at the cost of $532. So if I could get permission to send 3 people to the Great Lakes Hot for $532 each.
I'll make a motion to approve the $532 per person for 3 people to attend the Great Lakes Hot 2026 training.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carried.
Thank you. The next thing that I'd like permission to do is to buy 3 new ice rescue or cold water suits. The ones that we have are probably 12, 15 years old, and the zippers are bad on them anymore. We can't get them fixed. And we found 3 of them that they were like a demo, and we can get them for $600 each. So if I bought all 3 of them, that's $1,800. I think the new suits are right around $1,400 to $1,500. And these are like brand new, in good condition.
John, do they come with a warranty or anything?
I don't know if these ones will or not, but they're like new. And even if I get, you know, we don't use them now. I'll use them for training about right?
Yeah.
Every couple of years we have to go drag a dog out of a pond or out of a lake.
Yeah, because I've seen those divers in Lake Orion.
Yeah, we've never had to use them, and hopefully we continue. But at the price they were going to give us for them, I couldn't.
Pass them up.
Yeah, if we could buy them, so I would like to be able to purchase them, and that would give me, you know, 3 pretty much brand new suits, because the ones we have now, they leak, right?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say.
And that water's
zippers
cold.
that don't work.
It does.
That water gets cold fast.
So, if I could get permission to buy 3 of them at $600 each for a total of $1,800 for the 3 suits.
All right, make a motion to purchase 3 new ice suits for a cost of $600 each.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carried.
I've been putting the rope off and the scoots off till now. Last year when we trained down out with D-Bar, we had a multi-department training out there. We had the dive team out there we did training with, and then we ended up breaking our rope, ended up ripping and breaking. So we needed to do one of them. So I've been putting it off as long as I can, but now that we're getting back to that time of year where it's getting to be winter time, and ice and all that stuff, it's just time to buy the stuff. And then the last thing that I would like to get permission for is to buy some water rescue rope. What I want, it comes on, I'd like to get 2 of them, they come on like a big reel, right? So as you go out, it unwinds, then you just crank it back up and it stays nice and neat. You don't gotta worry about getting tangled when you're trying to use it in a hurry, and it rolls right back up nice. But,
is that $1,600 for both
Yeah.
of them or each?
That's both.
Both. I'll make a motion for Donnie to replace the water ice rescue rope reels for $1,600.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carried.
Thank you. And then really the last thing I got, and I've got permission to put so many people on there, we just haven't worked out or put people on, but we interviewed a guy tonight, his name is Zach Burke. He lives on Riddle Road, and he's already trained fire 1 and 2. He's a firefighter in Rochester has 1 and 2. And he lives, like I said, up here in our township on Riddle Road. And he put in an application about 2 weeks ago. And the background check turned out really well. No issues there. I talked to the interview committee that interviewed him tonight, and everything went well with the interview. So what I would like to do is get permission to put him on, as long as he passes the chief interview, which we'll do that with him next week. But as of right now, everything looks really, really good.
Yeah, that's good to get somebody already
Yeah,
trained.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
How about I make a motion to hire Zach Burke to the fire department?
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carried.
That's all I got. Thank you.
Police chief.
Good evening. For October 2025, we had 319 calls for service. 178 of those were traffic stops, 3 property damage accidents, 12 car versus rear property damage accidents, 1 hit and run PDA, 7 personal injury accidents, 14 alarms, 6 domestic violence incidents, 3 warrant arrests, and 1 operating while intoxicated arrest. Again, we had a very busy month with training. All officers attended and completed the fall firearms training, which we did low light with both our pistol and our rifle. Worked on getting our rifles from the patrol vehicle and coming around the vehicle, also doing some moving, shoot or don't shoot scenarios. It's really, really good training. We also all completed our criminal justice information services, which is CJIS training. We have to do that yearly. It's in order to run lean. And it was that time of year. Officer Setter and Officer Best did an 8-hour background investigations for police applicants class. MPOS has changed some things recently, so there were some updates on what you need to do as far as applications for new applicants, backgrounds for new applicants. Officer Plowman did 24 hours of first line supervision, and Officer Irish did 80 hours of his last traffic crash reconstruction class. So he's all done with that, and he's considered a excellent traffic crash reconstructionist. We also did Police 1 Academy trainings. There was a lot this month. Arrest, search, and seizure, which is 4th Amendment, child abuse investigations, bloodborne pathogens for first responders, duty to intercede, evidence collection, control and storage, and officer liability. So again, we're getting a lot of use out of the Police 1 training and a lot of training this month. A little update on flock. On the 2nd of October, Officer Plowman received a flock alert for a vehicle whose registered owner was a wanted subject. The vehicle was located and a traffic stop was conducted. The subject was taken into custody and also cited for driving without a valid license. And then on the 22nd of October, Officer Sutter was dispatched to a hit and run at 24 near Pratt. It was in the early morning. It was still dark out. And just off the description of the vehicle, we were able to type it into Flock into the vehicle fingerprint, and search that along. We had a partial plate, and we were able to locate the vehicle. We were able to locate the driver, make contact with the driver. Didn't think that they hit, but admitted they did hit. So they, that case was actually resolved without prosecution, but just go to show how valuable the cameras are out there. A notable incident that we had on October 11th, Officer Vicari and Reserve Officer Lipka, they attempted to conduct a traffic stop on a sport motorcycle that was traveling recklessly at a high rate of speed southbound on 24. Driver failed to stop. He eventually lost control at Oakwood, just east of M24, and he ran on foot from the scene. After a short foot pursuit, the suspect was taken into custody, and the driver was arrested for operating while intoxicated, fleeing and eluding, resisting and obstructing, driving while he's suspended, and also possession of crack cocaine. The incident's been forwarded to the Lapeer County Prosecutor's Office. Community events on the 30th. Our drone unit attended the trunk or treat at Murphy. I don't know if you guys were able to see the video at all, but they were able to drop candy from the drone with the piece of equipment that we just got. If you haven't seen it, I'll show you. It worked out really good. And then on the 31st, they passed candy out in the village, and the drone unit did another candy drop. Unfortunately, that one wasn't quite as successful as the one the night before, but everybody still got candy. So our OHSP grant, October was distracted driving enforcement. We did 8 hours per full-time officer, so we did a total of 40 hours of traffic enforcement for distracted driving. This month we're currently working on for November is impaired driving enforcement. Last things that I have is the request to purchase through the OHSP grant that we have a DSR 2X radar with fast lock remote. Again, this is part of the grant. We paid for it up front, and I think our first reimbursement will be in January. The radar is $3,216.30.
I'll make a motion to approve the $3,216.30 for the radar equipment.
I'll support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carried.
Thank you. The last thing I have is I'd like permission to hire a temporary part-time clerk. My current part-time clerk is going to be out for an extended period of time, and this would be a temporary position. And I'd like to hire Nadia Van Blurk. She's a local resident that lives nearby, and she works currently at the Sunoco gas station. After her shift's over, she would be able to come in on a temporary basis and help out with some clerk duties.
First one's having a baby, right?
Yep. It just had.
Yeah.
Yep. Healthy baby boy.
What was your last name?
Van Blurk.
Oh, man.
Alright, I can make, a motion to hire Nadia Van Blurk as a temporary part-time clerk.
Support.
All in favor? Any nays? Motion carried.
Thank you. That's all I have. Unless you have questions for me.
The sign ordinance. The Plan Commission work on this one.
Yes.
Brought it here.
Are we supposed to enact this tonight?
Yeah.
Or, okay. Mhm.
That was the recommendation from
Okay.
the planning commission.
All right.
So,
I like the way it was presented with all the rights that you could, you know, it was highlighted with the changes and the,
the clean version.
Yeah.
With all the,
Yeah, I
We
appreciate
got rid of a lot of
Yeah.
extra verbiage that didn't need to be there.
redundant things.
Yes.
It's still way too long.
Well, yeah,
And the biggest change is, because I talked about it today, because I had some questions. But for permanent sign applications, starting with the zoning and row. So instead of going in front of the planning commission, they want the zoning admin and the planner to review those and make sure they're within the ordinance, and then
come to, yeah.
no, I don't know. He can give approval
Oh,
based on,
yeah, it's gonna go.
on the right, after
Yeah.
Roe does a review. So it's just,
Simplifying the process.
And you can fly an American flag now.
Yes.
so, that's all I have.
Well, then I'll make a motion.
I went over with Joe.
Yeah, I did too.
I'll make a motion to enact.
There's a suggested,
Oh,
Yeah, you
oh,
can
I
use it
didn't
if you
get
want
that
to.
one, you know, my thing. To approve the Metamora Township zoning ordinance text amendment, section 1522, sign regulations as presented.
I'll
You
second.
gotta do a roll.
I'll second.
Okay,
All in favor?
wait, we gotta do.
No,
All right, Derderian,
Yes.
Chouinard,
Yes.
Benscoter,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Clark,
This is it.
American Tower contract.
Sure. This topic is one I brought up back in September where we were presented by a tiered supplier or contractor of American Tower to propose modifications to our current cell tower agreements. I had proposed at that time to not approve the lease amendments that they had suggested. At the time, I think Andy, you were looking for some time to review the information, ask some questions. So I still, what I'd like to do is I'm gonna make the motion, and then we can have dialogue, but I'm gonna make a motion to not approve the American Tower lease amendments as proposed by next year. It was email dated May 16th of 2025.
I'll support that.
I don't know if you want any other questions or, but.
so this essentially, they just wanna buy us out.
Right.
Well, there's, if I could,
Mhm.
let me go ahead and just summarize.
They've
that.
been wanting to buy us out for years.
This is not the first time that they've
No.
come to
Well,
us.
there's actually two options we're proposing. One is a lease amendment, which are changes to our terms and conditions that we currently have, which define the revenue we make over a period of time. I think our contract ends in 2059. The reductions are substantial, and the number I have would be over between now and 2059, a loss of almost $500,000 in revenue by the reduction of the escalation terms from 20% to 10%. That's where our greater loss is. There's other features in the option one where they want to expand the premises. And they're going to pay us based on the square footage number, which is less than we're getting today by almost half. There's always some constraints with what we can do too as well. I think I have a picture, a color picture this time that shows where they're constrained. Option two is what David described, which is the lump sum buyout. And obviously, I don't recommend that because right now, if we took a lump sum of $884,000, assuming a 4% rate of return on that money, we're going to make about maybe a third of what we make today. So I don't recommend a buyout as well for a number of reasons as well. So
So for us not doing anything, we're still going to keep the current lease that we
What's
have.
there?
They just
Yeah.
wanna sell it to us at a cheaper rate,
yeah,
or
Right.
however that.
they want to modify the terms so that they pay us less.
That's the
to
bottom.
basically say, yeah.
That's the bottom line.
And obviously the risk in that is they can move the tower, which the probability is fairly low with that because it's substantial capital and the big expenses, but it's a possibility. And as well as technology could advance rapidly in a way that whatever go away and we're using satellites or something other than that, or going back to pigeons, who knows?
Yeah,
But, that's the risk, but
smoke signals.
I think it's worth maintaining the cash flow. It's beneficial to the township, and frankly, we have to think about the future people as well that will inherit what we do today. So,
That's right.
so again, I made the motion, and you seconded it. If we want to have a vote now at this point, or discussion?
You want me to do a roll call?
I don't know,
Sure,
Okay.
I guess.
All right. Derderian,
yes.
Chouinard,
Yes.
Benscoter,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Clark,
Board, any discussion?
I have to say that I had a low turnout for our small little election for Oxford. I had 109 voters, 60 by AV and 49 by Morgan. So roughly 4 hours for 13 hours we were here. But I don't believe that the Oxford, it didn't pass here in the township, and I don't believe it passed throughout Oxford School District. So they'll probably have to come back at some point.
They had to pay for that, right? Special election?
Yeah, there was 3, well, so Hadley, Metamora, and Dryden were part of that. So, yeah, and the whole county. Whatever was affected by that. That's all I have.
If not, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Scott, what's your time?
Says 7:27.
Oh, I thought I lost it. I thought I lost when I had stuff in my
Dig
purse.
mine out.
I lose about 2 pairs. You know, I take one off, and I have a single one left, you know? I got a whole bunch of them. Still keep my purse.
You gotta go over to your house?
I don't know, I know. With the, if our, secure mode, that was scary.
Oh, yeah.
Well, overall, did you enjoy your trip?
I did. It was a wonderful trip.
After we
From the
had
moment we got there, it was exciting and challenging. It was great.
What else, I mean, what else?
Oh my gosh, we
Nobody was
went
going,
to-
you know, and.
Yeah.
So